Hey guys, what's up? It's Frank, back with you with another episode of this Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon Hard 5 Iron Man run. We're in Chapter 4 right now, Battle in the Lee, and we are just about ready to get started. This is our first opportunity to have access to the battle prep menu. So this will give you options like reclassing your units so you can change their class. You can go to the armory and you can buy items that are available or forge new ones or forge existing ones into better weapons. As you can tell, I've already used that function. In the interest of time, I've kind of done all my battle preps already, but I'll just give you a quick overview of what I'm planning to do. So in this chapter, I don't feel the need to use Julian. And as you heard me say in my last couple episodes, Daros really isn't my favorite guy to use, so he's going to be on the bench as well. And Castor actually is being replaced with Drog. I reclassed Drog into a hunter because I feel that he's a little bit more suited for this class, and especially because I could always use the reliable chip damage. He also is going to be a little bit better than Castor is at the moment. So, and I also think that he has that higher potential for his level ups and where he can go with his class. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, beyond that, I forged Kata's wing spear. I named it the glue gun because horses have a hard time with it. And the important part with her weapon, let's see if I can pull it up here. I gotta go to the inventory, I think. So if I go to her items, you'll see that I forged it to the point that the might went up to 12. The effectiveness in this game works as triple effectiveness system. So if I use this on an armored unit or on a horse, the might of this weapon goes up to 36. So with her strength of 5, she'd be dealing 41 damage to any opponent at base before their defense factors in and, any weapon triangle factors. The thing with Cavaliers is that there won't be any modifications for the weapon triangle because they can't use axes, and neither can armor units. So the items, this item's effectiveness against them is going to just be based off the 41 minus their defense, and maybe even a little higher if the opponent is using a sword like a Cavalier would. So if we come up here and look, I forged it to get to 41 because I wanted to make sure that I was one-shotting all of these Cavaliers that are going to be rushing down on us. And you can tell that they all have 30 health right now, and they all have 7 defense as well. So 41 minus 7 is going to get me at 34, so that's an extra 4 points of damage of a threshold margin of error, you could say, against these guys. This guy in particular, actually, it's not going to be able to one-shot him, but if I can get any chip damage on him, I should be able to one-shot him with Kata. And then I'll get a Rider's Bane out of it, which I can also forge and make myself another glue gun. But that's enough talking for now. I've got my guys all set up down here. I've done all my buying, and I've done all the reclassing that I want to do for this episode, so we're going to just jump right into it. He's got a big nose, fella. Yeah, lick spittles. It's an interesting insult. I've never heard that before. Another thing you're going to notice here is that this thief is going to just essentially be beelining it towards this village. We definitely want to cut that off as soon as we can. And if you'll notice, Kane is 50 experience points away from level 4. So this is convenient for us. We can get him down to a point where if he can kill him, he can get the 50 experience points. So if we can deal 15 damage here, I think that we're going to be in a good spot. And it looks like we can with Jagan. He's got a 100% chance to hit here with 16, and he takes no damage. We're going to keep him on this side for now. I don't really think that... I forgot to put my animations back on. We don't need to worry about the Cavaliers for a couple turns. They're going to be heading down this way, but it'll take them probably about 3 turns to get to the point where they can attack us. So I'm going to just focus on killing... I forgot to turn them on again. I'm going to do that now, after the level up. God. I'm still not having any luck with these level ups. I've had a couple good ones, but really not enough to warrant being happy. At level 4, I would assume Cain would have 9 strength, maybe 8 speed, or 8 defense. But I'm not gonna complain too heavily at this point. I'm just gonna get ready to take on these guys. So you'll see here, these guys are gonna start charging down this way as well. We can outrun them with Ogma because they all have 6 move, including this hunter, and he has 7 move. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to try and deal a little damage to this guy in the front with the killing edge. I want to hopefully try and get a lucky crit, or at the very least deal a lot of damage so that I can just thin out the herd here a little bit. They all have 10 speed, so I'm not going to be doubling even if I use the steel sword. But I want to have higher avoidance, and the higher my avoid, the better. So I'm going to get my guys more or less in a position where they can get ready to jump in and assist if I need it, Marth included. We have one hunter here. He's going to be coming down this way, as will this thief. They're going to be coming down the bridge this way. I'm very thankful that the thief decides not to cross the river. I don't know if he actually can, but I think that's a possibility. But there's a village over here, and so we're going to lure him down to this village right here, so that way he'll take the bridge instead of crossing over the river. If you visit the village too fast, I think that might be something that he can do, and he'll destroy the village before you can get there, and it gives you an ample sum of money, which is going to be good for you now that you have access to forging. You can use a lot of money on your forges, and so the more money you have, the better. Get Vrog up here. I'm hoping to get him a little more kills. I think I'll keep Abel available over on this side. Our healers, we want to keep leveling them up. Lena actually didn't get any use, but I also ran out of healing staves, so I'm sure you'll understand why. Board. You don't get doubled at the very least. You have 8 strength. Yeah, so you don't get weighed down by your hand axe either. That being said, it has a very low hit rate, so I think I'm going to actually stick with the iron axe for now. Kata, I'll just move you there for now. We'll see how this goes. Alright. You know, I'm actually thinking about it. I actually could have died there if I crit, so maybe I should have equipped the steel sword. Because then 2 enemies would have been able to attack me, and Ogma does not take 2 hits. So, if I move... Actually, I don't think any of these guys can reach the furthest square, so if I can put Ogma right here... I'll keep the killing edge equipped in the event that I can get a lucky crit. I believe you get a killing edge in the next chapter in a chest, so it's okay that you're using this one up. You're going to get a new one. Yeah, get Ogma enough health so he's not going to get completely screwed over by this guy. Everybody else is just about ready to attack. We can actually get these guys back over this way. These guys are going to be crossing the bridge, and in one more turn they'll be about right here with their range. So as long as we can stay back far enough, I think that we'll actually be okay. We're going to get all these guys on the outskirts here, ready to jump in and attack when needed. The goal here is going to be to try and take out every single one of them. Is that going to be possible? I don't know. We're going to give it a try. I think that tactically that's something that's going to make a lot of sense for us. It's going to make it to where we only have to deal with enemies coming from one side, so we're not getting sandwiched in. We'll get everybody as close as they can. It's going to be important to start with our chippers, so Gordon and Drog. Marth is hopefully going to be able to get a kill here. We really need him to start getting strength and speed, because I don't think he's leveled either up in both of his level ups, and we're really going to need him to step up his game a little bit. He is a mandatory deploy on every chapter, so it'd be good if, he's usable. I think that we're going to call it here for now. Ooh, a dodge. And a crit. Perfect. We're doing well. That's one less guy we have to deal with. Alright, so we got 3 guys, and we got a hunter and another hunter. So, the hunter's going to be very, it's going to be essential to deal with that hunter because he can one-shot Kata because flyers are weak to bows. So we're going to make sure that Kata is nowhere near this this archer here. I do think that at this point I am going to be equipping this steel sword. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a hiccup there. I think that it's important for us to have Ogma not critting in the event that he does have to take an enemy phase attack. The hunter can't double him, so we're doing okay there. Oh, bummer. You can't reach. The 2 of you should be okay. Navarre, you can't double. Well, let's start chipping away at these guys, yeah? Perfect. Ooh, I also forgot that Jagan can also get one shot by this hunter. So. Okay, so he can deal you can almost one-shot that guy. He deals a lot of damage here as well. So if we can actually get Drug right here. Oh, that's actually not going to be very smart because that hunter is going to be able to take out Jagan. We don't want that. So we are going to try and box this hunter in. We're actually going to see how many of these guys we can box in. These Cavaliers are going to be on us in just a few turns. You'll notice here that there's a Cavalier named Mathis, and he's useless. He is Lena's brother, and so Lena is going to be the one that's going to recruit him. He's so weak that you don't have to worry about him attacking you on enemy phase. If you can deal with all 4 of these Cavaliers in one turn, you won't have to worry about him killing anybody because he's not fast enough to double, and he's not strong enough to one-shot. In fact, you're only recruiting him so you don't have to deal with him attacking you. Now, normally I wouldn't care too much about him because, you know, Gaiden chapters and whatever, but since it's an Iron Man, I figure it's better to have more units than less, so we'll give it a shot here. You have 7 speed. He has 10, so you're not going to get doubled. So, how are we going to do this? Barst, why don't we... Can we try giving you this kill? Oh, my goodness. This is just another example of him, of Barst being elite. And that's honestly all we need. These guys have 10 speed, so we can try and box these guys in. So let's see. How do I want to do this though? So it's really important that we get the hunter all boxed up because he's going to be the one that one-shots. We can also safely attack this hunter without fear of counterattack. You're going to be a little more concerned with counterattacks on the from the other guys just because in the enemy phase they would then kill if they hit on the player phase attack. You don't want that. Yeah, all your characters currently are in a range where they can still get 2 shots, so taking 2 hits is just never a good idea. And do we want to give this kill to Marth? So we'll jump over here. Perfect. And then get this guy right here. You can attack with the hand axe. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this in a little bit of an unorthodox way. Solid. So we're going to be attacking from a range with these units. And it's okay that we're not hitting with all of them, because they're going to be boxed in anyway. So like, for instance, right here, we're going to attack with the javelin on this guy. And now, we're going to have Navarre stand... We're going to have Navarre stand here. And then we're going to have Ogma stand here. And I think I'm going to keep the steel sword equipped. I think it should be okay. You don't get weighed down, so I don't have to worry about you getting doubled. I want Kata to have a little bit more dodge, so I am going to re-equip her Iron Lance. Not that I think it's going to do too much, but always worth a shot. And then on the next turn, what we're going to do is we're going to start charging back forward, because we're going to have to intercept that thief. Alright, so Barst took a hit, and then who else is taking a hit? Board. That's all fine. Okay. Well, it looks like the enemies are just about here, so we're going to have to... We're going to have to see just about what we can do here to try and take these guys out quickly. We're going to attack with the hand axe on this guy. Just try and get down their health as low as we can. Diggins got 2 Silver Lance uses left. He's going to be great for attacking these Cavaliers from the onset. We're also, I think, going to try and have it to where the furthest most are the only ones that can reach us, so that way Kata can one-shot somebody with her glue gun. So it looks like the hunter is just in a range where it's inconvenient. I do think that I can put Gordon up here with his iron bow. He has 7 defense, so he's only taking... Well, hold on. Crit 4, luck 5. So he's not going to have any risk of being crit. He's going to take 14 damage, which is fine. Neither of these Cavaliers can reach the tree line, so I am going to set him here. And then I also don't think that they can reach this spot right here. So I'm going to equip Abel with a javelin. He has enough strength so he doesn't get weighed down. So in particular right now, I'm very curious about this hunter. So he can shoot all of these squares. Meanwhile, this Cavalier can only reach up to here. So this... Essentially, where Lena is standing is where I want the rest of my axe users to be standing. So I think we're going to heal up Barst a bit. So an iron axe here. And then we're going to have Kata step right here with her glue gun. Again, it's very important that we take out this guy right here. So we're going to have Kane come in. No, Kane is going to be helpful back here. We're going to equip his lance. And I think we're instead going to have Barst throw his axe again. See if he can get another kill. Perfect. Honestly, Navarre is so strength screwed just from the onset of when he comes in. Like, you have to get lucky with his level ups in order for him to be more usable, because he doesn't have enough speed to double, which is a big selling point of Myrmidon's, and he doesn't have enough strength to deal substantial damage in the one hit he's got. I mean, ironically enough, he's better than Marth, but we don't have a choice. We kind of have to use Marth. So we're going to make this work the best we can. We're also going to get Jagan right here with his Silver Lance, and everybody else Am I going to even be using board? No, not really. So I'm going to try and get Barth back up to full heal. If you'll notice, I did buy some healing staves, so my healers are now actually going to be useful. So thank you. Okay, you know what? This conversation is still just sitting here. Yeah, it's not a conversation I haven't seen before, so... Yeah, you're coming with us. You're strong. Take care of Marth. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, but Gordon gets a level up. Yeah, you're super benched, buddy. Alright. So, we're drawing them in. We really got to catch that thief. I think that we may send Jagan on a hightailing chase. Yeah. Oh, that's Mathis. Completely forgot, honestly. Alright, so I got to figure out how exactly I want to do this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to use Jagan to help with these Cavaliers. I really need to take out this thief before it's too late. I think we've got essentially like one last turn, so I can come in with an Iron Lance with a high accuracy attack to take him out before he gets into this range. Next is going to be... honestly, it's just going to be throwing axes from afar. So, I think I am going to get... There is one Cavalier up here, but as long as I keep everybody in high enough health, it's not going to be a big deal at all. This one has an Armor Slayer, so he's super dead. Very pivotal that you get that use. It automatically just removes the Cavalier from the field. I think that that's very important to have. So, you also notice that I haven't really used Marth's Rapier. He hasn't really had a chance for its super effectiveness to come into play. So this is 15 with super effective against cavalry, plus his 5 strength, which is 20. So 20 minus 7, and then the weapon triangle taking into effect deals 12 damage. That's a lot more damage than he's been able to deal to anybody at this point, so I'm going to try and get this kill for him. So if we can get him, so that's 7 damage plus... how much? 6. That's 13. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Actually, hold on. If I can deal 4 plus 6, that's 10. Okay, so yeah, he needs to use this steel bow. Perfect. And then something else that's going to be important for us to do is to attack up close against this guy. Alright, perfect. We got 2 hits on him with our long-range chip damage characters. And now we're going to have Marth deal the finishing blow here. Alright, we got a couple characters that are going to need healing, but I honestly don't think it's going to be that big of a deal at the moment. That's 8, and that is 11. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Abel's about to level up, so I think I'm going to give this kill to him, because again, really not interested in using Navarre right now. I may use him later, but at this point I'm not really thinking about it. I do think that we're going to try and get in some heals while we can. 17, that's good. And we're also going to get some on Gordon, so hopefully he doesn't just, die. With luck, we're going to be able to deal with mostly all of this. Board is a little bit in danger of dying, so I'm hoping here that I'll be able to take this guy out pretty quick. So, 8 damage here. actually, I gotta think here. That's 11, 5, 6 damage, 13 damage. Okay, so Navarre's kind of gonna die unless I make sure that he's protected. I need to make a formation to where Navarre's only gonna get hit by one guy as opposed to the other way around. Dude, these level ups are ridiculous, man. I don't really know where my luck's at right now, but I'm hoping that I can make it work. Alright, Barst. Don't let me down, buddy. Thank you. Old Faithful. See, the other issue here is that I do think that Cord could die. So I want to make sure that I'm not having any units that are gonna be in any danger of dying here. So just gotta make sure all my bases are covered here. As long as this guy can't get around the formation, I think we're gonna be okay. Marth is going to be okay, because he has one extra defense over Navarre. Okay, that's fair. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. I actually think that Mathis might be able to double Gordon. But I also don't think that he deals enough damage for it to matter. Let's see. Perfect. I think Navarre only gets hit by one character if I do this. So then the other thing that I can do is, because Mathis can reach around here, he deals 11, 6, 5. I actually think that Cord would be okay too. But the thing is I'm not willing to risk it. So I'm going to put Ogma here to block that off. Again, really not worried about Mathis. I'm hoping that I can get... Ooh, yeah, don't blame me for that one, buddy. I need to be able to get Lena up here to recruit him. So I'm going to try and giving that a shot here. But first, we're going to attack with the glue gun and just completely delete this guy. Perfect. And now we got to level up. I mean, I'll take that level up, but I'd love a little bit more strength, defense, or resistance. Those would be really good. Although resistance level ups in this game are pretty crappy. But yeah. Anyway, we've got an Iron Sword. You can deal 9. You can deal 12 damage. So I think that moving Lena right here is going to be fine. We're going to heal up Cord a little bit. I think he's going to keep attacking Navarre, because if he attacks Ogma, he'll die. You know what? I'm not even going to risk it. I'm going to remove my weapons, so there's no risk of him dying on this upcoming turn. Remove. Alright. And now, we can heal up a little bit as we advance with our other characters. I don't have to worry about being sparing with my heal staves, because I have... Excellent. Because I have access to the armory on my battle prep screen. There's also an armory here, although I'm really only looking for heal staves at this point, so... No, don't do that. You get a physic from the chest in the next chapter, and you have access to the mend. The mend you'll want to use a little bit more sparingly, because those aren't going to just be available. So we're going to attack with this, and yeah, we have saved the village. Huzzah! And that's good too, because in this village, actually, there is a magic user, and he is pretty solid, if I say so myself. I mean, it's my own personal opinion on that front, but I mean, you guys just have to see. He's worth using, if you ask me. Talk to your brother. Tell him to knock it off. And get some healing experience for you. And then we'll keep healing these guys as everyone keeps moving forward. Why don't you visit the armory cord? Let's see what's in here available for us. Oh, you know what? It's worth buying 2 steel swords, 2 steel lances. So we'll call that good for now. I believe that this village here gives you some, like, I think 10,000 gold, and so I'm not going to be too concerned about spending a little money in the armory here, especially because I'll be able to forge any one of these weapons and make them a little bit better, and they'll be more viable later in the game. I mean, next chapter is going to be dedicated to buffing up this Rider's Bane, so I can use it for the Cavalier units that hound down on you. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Chapter 6 was where the treasure chests come in. Chapter 5 is not an indoor map, so that's not where you're going to find any treasure chests. It's going to be Chapter 6 is where that indoor map is. Yeah, so that was my bad. I misspoke. I thought I was a chapter ahead of where I am now. But, you know, that's okay. We're going to hold off with Jagan. There are a bunch of archers here, and if you'll notice, just one shot. So, not even going to bother with that for now. And, oh, neither of my Cavaliers have re-equipped their weapons, so I'm going to make sure that they have something equipped. We're going to get ready to deal with these guys pretty quickly. Here's Kata. Actually, with her 41 attack against this guy, she won't be able to one-shot him. But if I can get a little chip damage on him, he has an Iron Lance, so he won't be able to attack from ranged. If I get, like, Drog to attack him, deals, like, 2 damage, I actually think I'll be able to give him this kill. We're not going to worry about it for now. I gotta work on moving everybody. But once I'm able to get everybody over there, I think that we're going to quickly dispatch of this chapter. We're going to pull them over one at a time. The other 2 units you have to be careful of are these 2 horsemen. They have range that reaches just across the river in this area. So if you put yourself in this area, you're looking to be attacked by one of these 2 horsemen. So be careful, be mindful of that when if you're going through this area. We have just a slow trek forward. It's just a lot of unit moving at this point, but not the end of the world. I think that we're making great progress here. A lot better than those last 2 chapters. Again, thank you for sitting through those if you did. There's just really no other way to beat them. They're so fast that really nobody can really withstand them in combat. They're so strong that they just one-shot a lot of characters. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to try and draw them in here with Barst. Yeah, they both can attack, and they can attack from opposite sides of this and this. So, I think we'll easily be able to deal with this. Get Ogma over here. Riss is going to continue doing his healing, although I think Gordon is just about done at this point. I won't be using him very much. I'm going to rely on Draug because I need strength and speed, even over defense, which, good lord, it's quite a low number there, buddy. Navarre is close to level 4, but I mean, I might be willing to give him 1 level, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I mean, if he can get a good level up, I might be invested in using him in the next chapter. But I'm not banking on it. Cord. I actually don't know, Cord, if you're going to give me a good level up or not. Same with you, Cord. Ward and Cord. So we'll see. I think at this point everybody's been moved over. So let's start drawing them in. So, do they both have steel bows? Oh no! Oh shoot. That was a stupid mistake on my part. I didn't check to see if they had iron bows or steel bows. God, and Barst is so good too, dude. I'm sorry, bud. That was my fault. I hope we can win this without you. Such happy music for such a disappointing moment. God, I need a moment. This is... I'm disappointed in myself, honestly. Like... really wish that didn't happen, but what are you gonna do? This is Merrick. Merrick is a pretty solid mage. He starts with the Excalibur tome. It's technically his personal tome. I believe that other units can use it. He can just use it at a lower mastery level. So you'll see here it has a might of 13, and you'll also notice that none of these enemies actually really have any resistance to speak of. Like the boss has 0. These 2 horsemen have 3. So he's even still dealing 13 damage to those horsemen. Now, I'm not saying that you should have him attack the horseman. That's a very bad idea. He has 6 speed, and these enemies have 14, so they'll easily double him no matter what he can do. Now, let's see here. We got Kane. He has 19 attack. Yeah, so you'll be able to take this guy at the very least. It's pretty important that you buy him a Fire Tome, though, because if he's only using the Excalibur, he's going to run out of it pretty quickly, and he's going to want to use that for mostly the entire game. I believe that you had the opportunity to buy a new one in a store later, in a later chapter, but at this point in the game, it's very useful to have against tough enemies, and so you're going to want to use it against tough enemies. I also want to get him some experience, though, so I'm kind of in a little bit of an iffy position. Again, I gotta deal 8 damage. 8 damage. Let's... Yeah, there we go. 8 damage. Alright. We're gonna start leveling Drog up to where he can start gaining some levels. We're gonna box this guy in here. Let's start working on some axe ranking as well. Now that he's gonna be flying a little bit more, we're gonna want to see if we can get him up to a higher axe usage, like a steel axe or a hand axe. That's at rank D, and I'm pretty sure he's at rank E. Yeah, so he's... yeah. Well, I'm actually thinking I might want to give this to Cord now, because I don't have a fighter. A good fighter, rather, that I can use. Or do I want to use board? Maybe I'll just use board. I think he has a pretty high speed growth, which would be pretty helpful. Yeah, we're just going to box him in for now. I'll have to, like, make a death counter or something so I can keep track of the units that I kill. Due to my negligence. I don't actually think I know how to make a death counter, so, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I didn't think Merrick would have any problems with it. Oh my god! I wasn't even thinking about that. I was too focused on giving the kill to Barst's replacement. The sad thing is I made it through the hard chapters. I made it through the hard chapters. This wasn't supposed to be hard. Don't you have like a 60% speed growth board? Where's that speed? Well, that's an Iron Man. If you play stupid, you get stupid. How do I want to rope in these horsemen? They have 15 damage. They have 6 defense. So I actually think that I'll be able to one-shot them with Kata. The only issue is I think that they double effectively every single person in my army. So I want to get everybody in a good spot. You over. Come on. That is Mathis. We're not going to be using Mathis. We're going to try and keep everybody out of those ranges. I think essentially what's going to happen is we're going to need to box them in against the river or something, because we don't want them to kill us. a good spot here, so... yeah, so this should... let's see, they deal 15 damage, and so these guys don't get one rounded. So if I can lure them in here, I should be able to have mostly all of my Cavaliers make a protective wall for Kata, so she doesn't die. But I mean, we're just gonna have to see how this goes. Good lord. Alright, so so you can reach. So I am gonna have you actually do it. You deal 8 damage there. You deal 8 damage there. You deal 8 damage there. So that's 24 plus 7. It's 31. Not quite what I need. And you just die, I think. So, let's take a moment. I think we're going to do it this way. So. A lot of experience. So what I need to do now is I need to block out the spaces that the horsemen can get into with my units that can take a hit. So, it's going to be Cain and Abel and Mathis. We're going to see about boxing that guy in, and we'll kind of beat him with sticks like a piñata for experience points like candy. Oh. I'm still reeling from my stupidity over the last 2 turns. Okay, so Marth, Drog. We're just going to box him in, and then we'll give the finishing shot to Drog so he can get some experience points. Oh, you missed a 94%. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Cain, Abel. Okay, to come up this way. And cool. I think she might get a level up from this. Nope, not quite. She'll get a level up on her next combat encounter. So, how do I want to deal with this then? Okay, and then sure, we'll give Agma a little experience points. And I think Drog's going to be able to kill him. Alright, cool. Alright, good level up. Let's go. You gave me speed. I would love like a 3-stat level up where you get like strength and speed and hit points or and defense or something like that. This game's going to get a lot harder if I'm not getting the stats that I need up from my level ups. Alright, we got cord here, and all we've got left at this point, I believe, is the enemy, the boss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, alright. Marth will be able to reach the village on the next turn. That's a house. There's an arena over here, but I do not think I'm going to be using it. The bar. I think that we will visit. Well, it looks like you're looking at the savior. Yeah, that's 5,000 gold. That's pretty solid. Marth gained 60 experience points on this map. I think that's going to be fine, honestly. I don't actually think that I'm going to use Jagan to chip this guy down. I'm going to use Drog. It'll give him a little extra experience points. I actually think that Kata might just be able to kill him. Nope, not yet. Oh, you do double him, though, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll just have you attack with the javelin once. Yeah, okay. Well, since you're my new Barst board, I need you to get in some damage. We've got Lena healing. She's level 4. Riss is almost level 6. I think we're in a pretty good spot with our healers at the very least, as long as we can keep them protected. He's got a Rider's Bane, so having any Cavalier attack him is not a good idea. Chip him down a little bit. Once we can get him to not recover to his full HP threshold, I think that we'll be in a solid spot for just quickly taking care of him and ending the chapter. You don't have as much skill as Barst does, so yeah, this is gonna be kind of shitty. Well, Abel, why don't you throw a javelin? Nope, nothing. Okay. This is what I've got right now, so we're gonna try this. Cool. Maybe he won't heal back up to full, and then I can get Drog that level up, and then Kata that kill. Okay. Drog, I'm relying on you, buddy. Sweet. 2 damage, and I think that he is in a range where I can kill him. God. These 1 stat level ups are just killing me, man. We'll just take a couple extra pot shots before we give the kill to Kata. I'm not actually thinking we're going to hit him, but I may as well try to get a little extra experience out of it. So I think even with misses, you gain a little bit of extra weapon XP. Not that Jagan needs it, he's at A rank. I don't think that anybody else can attack from range. Sure, that works. Alright. Hit him once, Kata. Please? Oh my god, please. Thank you. Well, at least you got hit points, right? Rider's Bane. Yeah, it's got 19 uses. It'll be good for dealing with the enemies in the next chapter. I do believe that that's it. We've visited the village. We've lost 2 units. And yeah, I think that's it. We're ready to head to the next chapter. I got a silver sword. Thanks for joining me for this chapter, guys. If you liked it, then please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm hopefully going to be trying to put one out every day for the foreseeable future until I either finish this or I fail. So I hope you are enjoying this journey with me, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Thanks again for stopping by. Goodbye.